How's it going? I'm Bo.
I'm JP.
And this is So Like You Know, the podcast your mother warned you about. Not the Smodcast, sorry. Also another good Smodcast.
That's a different show.
Yeah. But we're glad to have you guys here. I know it's been 3 weeks. It's a long time. We've been super busy. I thought I was hearing chickens. That's what it's like to lose my mind. But this is the show for February 6th, 2020. Is this our first show of the year? We did one.
No, we did one before.
Okay. I was like, oh no. There we go. Sorry. My ball was stuck to my thigh. You always wanted to know that.
Oh no.
What's up? What'd you say, oh no?
Your ball.
Oh. Generally, when you open that up and you say, oh no, it's because you've seen a comment where someone's like, we can't hear you. So, it's all good now. But, anyways, we're hoping you guys are happy that we're back, because we are. I didn't really want to do a show, but it was between being sick and going to San Diego for a robotics convention and whatever happened last week. Oh, I was driving back from San Diego. So, yeah. It's been totes cray-cray. The show title did not update. That sucks. Yeah, whatever. I'll fix it post. So that doesn't work. I'll just have to remember
Not
that.
yet.
Yeah. So, anyways. So we're here, and we're happy, and yeah. But don't forget, we do a live show Thursdays at 9:30 Mountain Standard Time, right here on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, all at SLYK Radio. So, thank you guys. Moving forward, as you know, we always like to start our show with the intro to the craft brew.
In review.
Mr. Pizzle, what are we drinking?
Tonight, we are drinking a mysterious beer called
Mysterious Beer!
Barrel Aged Warlock. I say mysterious because it may have a 6.4 ABV.
It might. We don't know.
But there's not a description. So it's probably like Winter Warlock, but barrel aged. That's what I'm saying. And it is a beer from Bristol Brewing Company.
Yeah.
Right here in Colorado.
Yay!
Whatever you think. I'm going to use the ring.
Oh. It is right in an area that I just
Give me a fork.
looked at it, which seems to be gone forever. You want to freak out the internet and use the sticker ram to open it? Actually, the sticker ram might break. Stinky ram?
I haven't done this in a while.
Break the world!
I was going to shatter that.
Break the internet! And... Oh, yours is a little tougher.
Yeah, that was like...
There we go.
It was like, it just shatters in my hand.
Goosh! And
Yeah.
the world exploded! Oh my god!
Yeah.
We're all dying! Flames and fire! Oh! Yeah. Sorry, I have a lot of energy because I'm running on little sleep. But if anyone's watched the show before, they know that's what happened. The less sleep I get, the more energetic I am. It's...
He's compensating.
Yeah.
He feels guilty about not giving you 100%.
You don't want 100% from me? I know you do. I'm here to show you all of it. That smells good, even from here.
That's what she said.
Oh. Chocolatey. So, yeah. But we're going to drink this beer, and we'll let you know what we think at the end of the show, because that's how we do, dog. So, all right, moving forward, we got Slick Feed.
Where we geek on your week.
So, this is pretty awesome news. I'm very excited for this.
Science!
Yay, science! The first lab-grown heart muscle has been transplanted into a human patient. Holy guacamole. Yeah, using stem cells. Oh, who'd have thought? We needed
weird.
those. Only everyone who is intelligent. But what's fantastic about that is the stem cells were pulled from adult humans, so not stealing from babies. It's okay. It's not candy. The stem cells were taken from adults and then reprogrammed to morph back into a uterine embryonic state. And from that, they were taught and reprogrammed on to form into heart muscle cells, which is amazing. And so those heart muscle cells they put onto a sheet, a thin sheet. It's just a little bit of thin sheet right now. Thin shit. But they transplanted these onto a human male who had a heart issue. And so the heart muscle cells were put on there, and they're actually going to help to propagate healthy cells to grow in the heart.
Cool. That's amazing.
Yeah, so it's going to help fix protein cell structure as well as rebuild the muscle of the heart, which has... I don't remember the name of the virus, I forgot to put it down. But essentially what it does is it was causing erratic heartbeat. And it wasn't like a normal name I had heard of. It was a different one altogether. But altogether, that's absolutely amazing.
Because there are some people that are born with like a hole in their heart, right?
Yeah, congenital heart disease scary stuff. But I think that's pretty amazing. So
it's like slap this like stem cell sheet on you, and then it's like, you're good to go.
So thank you, Japan, for giving us something awesome. It was a big team of scientists, don't get me wrong. It's just, some things have to happen in the smarter worlds.
Yes.
Because dumb crap happens here. Things that should not have occurred.
Walls falling over.
Yeah.
The superb owl happening.
Ah, yes, the superb owl. Where all the great people go and get paid to do the same damn thing every time. Whatever. So, yeah, pretty awesome. All right. This next thing has me livid. So, we've talked about it before. The band that we all, love, or at least I do.
Grew up with.
People, yeah. Everyone's going to have different opinion. But My Chemical Romance is coming back out. They are back out right now doing a full tour. Originally, they were doing one show, and then they did two, and then they were like, hey, we're going to do the whole of the world, and we're going to give you everything we want. And I'm like, yay! So excited! And then, yeah. So, not totally on MCR, don't get me wrong. I kind of wish they would have chosen a different outlet for their tickets, but Axis and Ticketmaster.
They could have done it themselves.
Yeah, the traditional total douchebag dickweeds of the internet ruined everything again. So what they did, the website is where they go and sell all their tickets, right?
Yes.
And so everyone goes in there, they gets in the queue for the Access, Ticketmaster, and then I sat in the queue for an hour.
We're fresh.
An hour prior to ticket sales. Actually, I was in there for 2 hours on one. Hannah was in there for an hour, and then I was in an hour for another one as well. And I sat there, okay, and it put me into there. First thing that happened, Axis totally jacked up. And right as it did...
Not surprising.
Yeah, it tried to make me relog into my account for verification. Cool, that's fine. But it would not work. So I could go to the website, standard login, to view my account from Axis. I was logged into Axis in the app. But for some reason, when I tried to log in to purchase tickets, nothing worked. So, right up the a-hole. All right, but I was still logged into Ticketmaster. And when I was logged into that, and I was not the only one who experienced this, all the tickets kept getting sold out super quick. I was like, okay, super popular show. I understand. But what pissed me off even more, and Brent knows this, hi Brent,
Hello.
is that as soon as they were sold, they were back up. The $50 tickets, it was the price range was $50 to $200, depending on where you were in the theater. Yeah. Is those $50 tickets that were sold were immediately popped back on there for $300, $700. I saw ones going for $3,000.
Ridiculous.
So what was happening is, these Autobots were going in, buying all the tickets, and reselling them on Axis and on Ticketmaster for $300 to $3,000, or sorry, 300% more than they were originally costing, which is so fucking absurd.
Which, fuck those bots, but there are still fans that would pay that.
Oh,
so
yeah,
it's kind
no.
of like our fault as well that we would buy those tickets.
I mean, the problem is that you can't go to the Pepsi Center and buy tickets directly.
No.
Not for these shows like this. So you have to go
Was it the
through
Pepsi
these.
Center?
Yeah, that's where this
Okay.
one was going to be. Through these third-party apps where they basically take all your efforts and desires and wants and take a big old shit on them.
It's like, oh, we'll handle everything. We'll sell the tickets and handle this and that, and they don't really do much of anything other than just sell the tickets.
Yeah, and you know what? Ticket scalping has been around forever. Whatever, I understand, but if you take these tickets and buy them like this, it should be completely and totally illegal to resell them on the same stupid site for that much more. Even if you want to do a finder's fee, 10%, which is like a standard across the whole of the goddamn world, 10%, sure, that still sucks, but whatever. At least that'd be reasonable enough. I'm worried at this point is that MCR is going to go to some of these venues, aka the Pepsi Center, and be like,
where's everybody?
Half the damn venue's empty. What is going
But
on?
they sold out.
I'm so stupid. It's so infuriating.
Again, yes, it's real shitty that there are scalpers, and it's a lot easier to do it instead of not. Scalpers had to be in person on day of, in front of the stadium, selling their tickets. Now it's just everything is online. We have bots to do that, but then it's still our fault because fans, will still buy the tickets.
See, I didn't know. It's you're not wrong. I mean, people are gonna buy it, but
if no one bought scalped tickets, I doubt this would be an issue. But people do, or anyone can make an easy buck.
Yeah,
someone will try and do that, and it's unfortunate and it fucking sucks because I was like, oh yeah, that'd be something interesting to go. Not for $524.
No. Brent just posted in there $520 for a single seat on the side, which is so absurd, so goddamn absurd. It just I don't know. I had to rant. I mean, I don't pay for advertising for Slick on Facebook very often, but I had to. I dumped money into this one because I am livid. I'm pissed, and it's an unacceptable way to treat fans.
Yeah, and there were some commenters on us that they had the exact same thing happen to them, but they got lucky and got some tickets.
And I'm happy. I'm really happy for the people who did manage to get through. I was talking to one person, she did, and I was like, I am legit happy for them because I was like, it seems like so many people didn't. It's like, holy shit, it's going to be like 4 people in the stadium. Whatever. So I don't want to keep bitching about that. It just I had to make my point. It was so absurd. Anyways, moving forward, back to awesome good news. Yeah, cancer, bad news. But what is pretty fantastic as of right now is a new T cell has been discovered that allows for that actually goes in and kills all the bad cells, which is amazing. So T cells generally, if they were released into the body, they can go in and they can kill cancer cells, but they're non-discriminatory, so they kill the good ones and they kill the bad ones, which ultimately does lead to part of those cells actually getting out and getting away. So those cells actually are allowed to propagate, and cancer grows and it either kills you or you end up spending hundreds of thousands of dollars because of our bullshit healthcare system trying to fix yourself and stay alive for your family. But, they don't care. So, yeah, the new T-cell discovery, as long as, healthcare systems don't get their hands on it, which would be great. Insurance companies. It can actually differentiate between the harmful cancer cells and the ones that nourish the body, which is fantastic. At this point in doing small-scale experiments, on single-cell stuff, cell bodies and petri dishes, they haven't done it in humans. It has killed lung, skin, blood, colon, breast, bone, prostate, kidney, and cervical cancer cells. So absolutely amazing. And we have lost a lot of really amazing, wonderful people to cancer. Mm-hmm. So it's just this possibility that it can do this and really finally get rid of something so horrible is so amazing. Mm-hmm. So super happy about this, and I needed to talk about it because it's so damn cool. Yeah. It's so damn cool. Hi, Liz.
Hello.
How's it going? All right. Yeah. So, but like I said, as of right now, it hasn't been done on human subjects as of yet, but it is coming, and it's coming quick. They haven't found any negative side effects as of yet, which means even better stuff for the rest of us. At least the ticket prices have gone slightly down from how they were. Still $200 for some side seats. Stupid. Anyways, yeah. So awesome stuff. We'll keep you updated on that one because I'm very excited. I personally lost people to cancer, so it's just it's very awesome for me to hear and find out about this stuff. So moving forward, the next thing, lots of death. We're still on the subject. Mm-hmm. Liz, you missed me bitching about the My Chemical Romance bullshit ticket things from Axis and Ticketmaster, who should burn in hell. Lab-grown heart muscles are getting transplanted into humans, and they're functioning and working. And the cure for cancer is probably actually really here, not, lavender oils and essentials.
Or some goo.
Yep.
Gwyneth Paltrow. Goddamn.
Yeah. So, maybe time for some cool cancer treatment. Yeah, exactly. So, the thingy, coronavirus. So we'll start with the.
It's not due to the beer. For some people, Vice did a thing where it's like there are some people that are correlating Corona the beer to the coronavirus.
Yeah. So, if you're listening to this show, which I thoroughly hope and believe that if you are interested in Slick, it's because you do have at least a slightly higher intellect. And if you do believe the strange propaganda that's going around, Corona beer has absolutely nothing to do with the coronavirus.
But that hasn't stopped Corona from asking the CDC to change the name of the coronavirus.
They are taking hits. So there's actually videos online. I think the one that we've seen might be a joke.
Yeah,
I'm not totally sure. But people are pouring Corona down the sink so that they don't catch the coronavirus. So, I mean, it just goofy shit. Just don't believe it. But on a more serious note, as of right now, 31,000 people have been confirmed to have the coronavirus, with 636 deaths total. So, which is still a crazy high number, but keep in mind a lot of this stuff, as long as you don't bite your nails and you keep your hands clean and you avoid people who could have been involved with people like that, it's just pay attention. It's take care of yourself. If you keep general health,
common hygiene practices,
odds are you're not going to keep it. If you're smart about coughing in your arm and you do have it, you're not going to spread it as aggressively as it has been. The crazy part is there's with all that stuff, 3 cruise ships have been quarantined as of recent because they want to make sure they're not spreading the virus, especially those that have come from China or any of the southern Asian countries.
One cruise ship docked in Japan has been there for 17 days.
17 days. Oh, and the worst part is some of them, they're like, you need to get off our ship. And then when they get off the ship, the cruise line is not paying for these people. So they're just having to go out into the public. They're not really quarantined. They're just not allowed to go back to the U.S. or Britain or or Australia, wherever the heck they are. So, holy crap. Yeah, Brent, don't bite your nails anymore. I've even gotten better. I'm a bit of a nibbler. Liz, that photo is fantastic. So yeah, maintain general good health practices. Keep your hands out of your mouth. Don't cough. When you cough into your armpit. Don't cough into your hands. Into your hands is disgusting because then you touch other people. Yeah, and don't shake hands with other people. It's gross. Shake forearms, JP. Shake. Yes, you know this, and then this stays away from your face. It's kind of one of the reasons I really started that. I was like, it's tough, it's cool, it's more hygienic. Anyways, but something that I did want to talk about that's a little strange. So these original scientist, ophthalmologist Dr. Li Wenliang, tried to give the world early warnings about the coronavirus.
Yes, he did.
So he was one of the original finders of it. He found the coronavirus issue. He was seeing it in people, its relation to the SARS virus. And more odd is that, so the general range of people getting dying from the coronavirus is under 1, over 48, and almost 89% of them have had pre-existing health conditions. One person, age 36, has died from the coronavirus in like a median range. It's this doctor. So the doctor who was taken by the police, attempted to be silenced, is now dead. Because he caught the virus.
Interesting.
Right?
Well, there were a lot of people during the bubonic plague. Like, the people that were helping the people get better also died. But this is, like, the Chinese government that's just like...
Like, that's weird. Almost everyone who's died from this has had pre-existing health conditions. As far as I know, he didn't have any.
He's a doctor,
So, and generally, I don't know. It sounds weird to me. I know it's a conspiracy crap to me, but, dude, that's too weird. He is an outlier. He's an outlier for the age range, so it doesn't make sense.
For any flu that goes around, it's always the young and the old.
Yep. And the other thing too is like weird is when they posted about his death, it was there for an hour and then it was removed. It didn't say he didn't die. It's just they took it away because it's like, oh wait, we can't tell people he just died. He's the first one to talk about this stuff.
Yeah.
Man, don't trust governments. They'll kill you every time. So, anyways, I just thought it was weird. That was the whole reason I want to talk about the coronavirus.
Well,
1, it's not beer. 2, the doctor died. Weird.
Yeah. And then, for every country, they have special forces. So we know the names of their special forces.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what the China's like special forces is actually called.
Mm-hmm.
It's like British SAS,
yeah.
Green Berets, and then you have
a whole bunch of other ones.
Spetsnaz, the Russian one.
Special Eds. I'm just kidding. Like Russian special forces are insane.
The JDF.
Yeah. So yeah, just crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Chinese government's doing some weird stuff. But anyways, so strange thing. Just keep your eye on it. Just don't go freaking out. I mean, it's not going to kill you immediately. It's not going to just go after. It's not spreading like wildfire. It's less deadly than the actual flu virus, which takes, thousands and thousands and thousands
10,
of people every year.
10,000 every year.
I think it's 400,000 people.
400?
400,000 people every year die from the flu virus.
I thought it was something different.
Yeah. So, hold on. Damn it! I keep forgetting I had this fancy thing right here. Flu deaths
per year,
2019. 18 or see. Okay, so 10,000 people died 2019. 180,000 people hospitalized, and an unknown amount have been sick from it. So, yeah. Still.
Yeah,
I mean,
like 400. I'm like 400,000 is a lot. It's
yeah.
like We'd be forcing flu shots on everybody, just throwing it into the air. It's like, breathe it in, folks.
Yeah. Spetsnaz.
Yeah.
Nice guys, just intentions are black ops. Yep. Yeah. I don't know. Chinese government. Freaky people. They don't care about their people. Careful. I need to be careful. I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to say something. They're going to take me out.
Because it's crazy because the Wuhan province is like
important.
they actually like closed all transportation going in or out of it. Including airlines. So I was like,
I think China's on total
hit.
Quarantine right now.
All of China? I thought it was just the Wuhan province. Because
there were a few provinces on.
Because that's
cities
where patient zero supposedly happened in the Wuhan province. So, and they're just like, yep, we're just not going to let people in or out. And so they've closed off air traffic, and that's hundreds of millions of dollars that they are losing out.
128 cities in China are quarantined.
It could be all in one province.
I was about to say,
I don't know how big their provinces are.
Yeah.
That's the American system right there. School system teaching us how geography works. I couldn't even build a map of America, to be honest.
To be fair. Let's see. 446 million people on lockdown.
Wuhan.
Yeah. That's crazy. Crazy! So, I mean, then the bigger thing is this is all happening during the Lunar New Year, which is a massive travel time for China.
Where everyone wants to, visit relatives and see friends and...
Yep. Liz says, yeah, they'll make you disappear. Celebrity status doesn't keep you safe from the reach. Chinese black ops don't mess around, yeah. So if I go missing, you know what happened. So, and it isn't just me as a clone. That's why we haven't been gone for 3 weeks. Or is it?
We did go to a robotics convention. We
did. Are we robots? Sex robot. So, anyways. No, I can't do this.
I was. We're back on track, folks. We don't skip a beat. Sorry, Shell.
Speaking of not skipping a beat, you guys should follow Shell on Shell Shock Cosplay. There we go. Thanks for that. You saved me. She's one of our awesome slick content providers. You can follow her at Shell Shock Cosplay, where she does awesome cosplays, and she takes care and gives us all kinds of cool news feeds, attached things. And if you got some free time, you should follow her over on Knights of the Tempest, which is a fantastic, swordtastic equestrian theater. So they do their shows. It is a anthology show storyline, so it is pretty dang cool. So you guys should follow them over at Knights of the Tempest on Facebook and Instagram. Twitter, Knights Tempest. Or go to their website, knightsofthetempest.com, where you can get links to all the different things and places and pick up tickets for the shows that are coming. So, yeah. Actually, speaking of that, I forgot to look at Shell's photos. Population of endangered ocelots discovered in Sonora near Arizona. That's fantastic. Talked about that one. What? This one's going to need more. She sent us photos, and she usually does and sends us articles. This kinky version of Airbnb lets you rent sex dungeons.
It's Airbnb.
I see you smile. Airbnb. You calm down.
I'm the CEO of this new company.
So, yeah. All right. So we got a few of the other ones. So, anyways. The awesomeness of the internet doesn't stop there, though. You can also make sure you follow us at SOIK Radio on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter. Twitter just basically has all our Facebook stuff, so
pretty much.
Whatever.
There's nothing there.
Yeah, but
message us. I doubt we'd even see it.
Not on Twitter. On Twitter.
Ocelots,
which is fantastic. I mean, they are endangered, so that's a beautiful thing. A lot of,
he's dangerous.
Outside of me bitching about Axis and Ticketmaster, there's a lot of positive, really big positive things in this show, which is just good stuff. Good stuff. So, Yeah. I'm excited about that. Oh, I lost my mouse ring. Get over here. I found it. Just kind of flick. You gotta flick the bean. Flick it. There we go.
Sorry, Shell.
Damn, right after. Damn fucking. Yeah. So, coming up next, Slick Tube.
Tube Slickers.
Yeah, so, I know this is a mixed bag of people's emotions, but I am excited for the new Fast and the Furious movie coming out. So
It's a blockbuster movie for me. I watch him. Was like, oh, that was entertaining. I have no interest in the series whatsoever.
That's fair. That's fair.
And
it's one of those ones you can really sit down and just have a beer and just enjoy and be like, whoa, explosions and cars.
Is that a tank? Cool.
So
Drink.
Yeah. I get into the story. I do, and you can totally have that side, or you can be people who are just completely bitching and say...
I'm not into cars.
And the ones who are, like, way too emotionally invested into it to, like, say, I hate these movies. That's too much emotion for a movie, I gotta be honest. You ever think about that? Like, when people are like, I hate this, and I'm like...
A series that is...
You care too much to hate that.
It was like that for Star Wars.
Like, you shouldn't... This is way too much effort to hate something. Anyways, so Fast and the Furious 9, we just got our recent trailer, and Han is back, which makes me very excited. If you guys didn't know, Han was one of the characters from Fast and the Furious 3, was when he was originally introduced, where he died, but 3 came after 7, technically.
Beginning of my high school career.
Yeah. Yeah, so pretty exciting for me. I really am excited to see that. And it comes back May 22nd, 2020. May's going to be an awesome time for me. There's Die Antwoord, which is going to be in the beginning of the month. And then I'm going to go see In This Moment after that. And then Fast and the Furious after that. And then a whole bunch of awesome other bands.
John Wick 4.
Yeah, John Wick 4 is coming out. The...
Matrix 4.
Yeah. May's going to be exciting.
On May 20th. Both
Dude,
on May 20th.
May's just going to be like totes crazy. Totes McGoats crazy, yos. It just sounds... I mean, there's only one thing I'm sad about. And I'm not sad in a way that's like detracting from the other thing. I'm just sad because I've always wanted to. Anti-Flag's going to be playing the same day as Die Antwoord. And I kind of wish...
Well...
If I could do it, I would go see Anti-Flag and then Die Antwoord. I would totally do that.
What would have solved this before if they had stuck to the original schedule?
Yeah,
we saw them last year.
It wouldn't be a problem. Now, if just I could go see a show that was Anti-Flag and Black Flag, I would be super content with that show and be very happy on the inside. World and internet, give me this.
Nope. According to AXS and Ticketmaster, nope. We're coming back.
Yeah, new show, Anti-Flag, Black Flag, $4,000 for nosebleed tickets. You can just lick our chocolate star kisses. Star kisses? Yeah, you know what I mean. Whatever.
Interesting word phrase.
Word phrase.
You'll have the most interesting word phrases when you talk about your chocolate star kisses. Bloop. So. You're the one who has to say that.
So, yeah. Like I said, I'm compensating. Energy. It's how I do. You guys like this lighting? So, JP just picked up a new light ring for the show, and I love it. Like, I look at me. I don't look like I'm dying anymore.
Yeah,
which is fantastic.
We don't have to be careful around. We have our previous light ring.
So
we rigged up our light ring.
Okay, so it looks kind of like okay.
It looks semi-professional.
Then you look at the back, it's like
wait,
it
was a hot glue job.
What's that light ring? What y'all got going on there?
Which part was like finicky?
It was here. I had to cut this out and resolder that. And then this is glued to here and like kind of taped together. It worked. Just wasn't the prettiest. Now we have a real one. And I'm happy about that. So, hey, if we were to start like a Patreon or something, would you guys support us?
It's like they give us negative donations, so we have to pay them. We'd be the first Patreon to owe our patrons money.
It would be nice. Like, if we could get that, we could kind of upgrade our camera system. The mics are good. I'll pay for a few other things. So, yeah.
We'd have to look at that. I don't even know, because Patreon takes a percentage.
They take, like, I think 5% of the payments. So, not too bad, I mean, quite honestly. So, anyways. But, yeah. So, Slick 2. Still talking about that. The Big Lebowski. A movie of which I have only seen for the first time about 4 months ago. Yes, I know. It doesn't make sense for my personality or the movies that I've talked about or experienced in my previous life. Not previous life. Current life, but in the past.
Because he's a robot.
Robobo. Robobo.
That's why we were gone for 3 weeks.
I am Robobo. Want to take a ride? So, yeah. The Big Lebowski sequel, Rolling Jesus, is we're looking at coming out on the 28th of this month, which seems kind of early since we're just finding out about it.
Yeah.
But still interested. But the most ridiculous thing about it is that people who have not seen it has already rated it at a 4.5 out of 5 stars with 250 reviews.
It's probably because the Rolling Jesus.
It's the Rolling Jesus.
The Jesus part.
Sorry, yeah. So, yeah. Still odd. I gotta be honest. I feel like IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes, it should be like banned from their system. Be like, we can't prove you've seen this movie, you douchebag. Because, I mean, you think about it.
It hasn't released yet.
No, it hasn't come out yet, but it's already been rated. It's absurd. It's totes absurdios.
It's because of Rolling Jesus.
So, yeah. It's odd. I don't understand how IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes allow this kind of goofiness, but whatever. Whatever. I don't think it's going to matter. I don't base any of my stuff off of... Why is Kanye West in a crown of thorns on the Rolling Stone cover? It's Rolling Jesus, Big Lebowski sequel.
No.
So, yeah. Yeah. Cool. It's totes cool, man. The craziness. But something else I'm excited for.
You should get a Grandma's Boy, too.
Grandma's Boy!
You can do so much
Grandma's Boy! Yeah. I'd be down for that. It's such a good movie. It's underrated.
It is underrated.
I think I saw that...
I showed it to, like, a group of buddies when we were deployed. And it's like, how have I not seen this movie?
I know. As soon as you see it, you're like, where has this movie been? It's like friends have let me down until that point. Down! Get down! So, yeah. Star Wars. More Star Wars news. I'm excited for this one. So, this has been on the table for a while. Star Wars Underworld. So, if you guys haven't heard about it, it's kind of been in the drawing board, in and out. George Lucas has talked about it. Ultimately, what it is based around is the underworld of Coruscant. If you guys don't know where Coruscant is, it's the big city planet. There's no Earth left on this thing anymore. But it goes massively deep into the world. If you guys, JP had reminded me about this, I forgot about it, with Star Wars 1313, which references that stuff, going down into the deep underworld, which is a lot of the bounty hunters and the bad people of the world are. I mean, there's there's a Sith command center in Coruscant, just because it's so massive that they can't police all of it.
What they're talking about, like 1313 in that video game from 7 years ago, single player game that got canceled. Thanks, EA. It is the 1313th floor underneath the surface of Coruscant.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of crime that happens there.
Yes. It is a rough place.
Even though, like, Coruscant was the home of the Jedi Council.
Yep. I mean, it just proves that how really ignorant the Jedi were.
Yeah.
So, don't get me wrong, the Jedi were cool. They tried to police the galaxy with, true moral intentions, but they were an extremely ignorant bunch. Extremely ignorant bunch. So, yeah, don't know. That's how that goes. But I'm excited for this one because as of recent, some test footage has been floating around the internet. Me and JP had watched it earlier. That is based on some woman who's going around and, I don't know, maybe trying to get death sticks. They weren't death sticks. They were plans for an Imperial Star Destroyer, I think. I kind of skipped through really quick.
Yeah.
But
it was like a 9-minute clip.
thing. We were just trying to watch it right before the show started. But it looked pretty cool and it looked really well done. And it just gave me a lot of hope that... It gave me a new hope, if you will.
Fucking damn it.
That we're going to end up with more Star Wars shows, which really makes me excited. I'm very happy with The Mandalorian, and I could thoroughly enjoy... Like, they had The Mandalorian, and then they had a nice big break, so they gave us really good quality content, which matters more to me than having shows constantly. And then good other ones
Season
in between.
7 of Clone Wars.
Yeah, there we go. Season 7 of Clone Wars.
I was just like, what? I was like, get out of here. I thought you guys were done with that. And it was like, bam, here's Season 7 of Clone Wars. I was just like, awesome.
So, all that kind of epic stuff. I know a lot of people are complaining about Disney taking over the world with monopolizing stuff, but I've been very, very happy with Disney's Star Wars content. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's one of those things, you're not going to make everyone happy. That's just how it is. It's not worth, like just go into it and be accepting of, like, it's going to be new directors. It's going to be targeted at a new audience while still trying to keep an interest from the old one. And you know what? It's still working because even the people who are hating on it are going to see it multiple times.
Mandalorian, it was a nice, fresh take on Star Wars because it was connected to it but separated from the movies. So it's like, hey, this has nothing to do with everything.
Yeah. So if you guys haven't sat down and watched The Mandalorian yet, I'd really do advise it. It's very well done. It's well scripted. You feel connected to the characters. I mean, it's just there was no negative side to it,
except that Disney didn't market like merchandise as well as they could have. I don't think they could have predicted that, the child being as popular as. But look at him! Look at him.
And also Gina Carano is in there, so
she can kick my ass anytime.
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah, she's my favorite Star Wars princess. So, anyways, yeah, so lots of cool stuff. Hopefully we're going to be looking at Star Wars Underworld possible release. They say it's not really going to happen, but, we saw what happened with Deadpool.
Yeah. I was going to say, I was just like, Deadpool was just like, oh, no, this thing got released.
It's just test footage. It's not real. Deadpool is here, and it's in your face.
And then that was like almost like per shot of that opening scene
it was
of Deadpool.
Spot on. So, yeah. The coolness.
This guy's wearing brown pants. He gets it.
Speaking of the Star Universe, Star Trek, the new Picard series was released 2 weeks ago. The third episode, I believe, just came out yesterday evening. I haven't watched episode 1 or 2 yet. We've been super busy, so I haven't had a chance to. 2 or 3 yet. But we watched episode 1 while we were in San Diego, and holy shit, it looks so good!
Dude, Picard just looks good.
He does. You can only hope to age like that man does.
It's like he was already old, and then you're just like, how's he gonna look? And like in this series, and you're just like, he looks pretty much the same, except he has a cool like pit bull.
So the basis of this one is oriented around. I don't want to give away too much because they were really good about not doing this in the trailer. Because I think they realized that Star Trek nerds don't need that much because they're going to watch it anyways.
Uh-huh.
Same with like a real fancy Star Wars nerd. because it's on CBS All Access. So you're gonna be pretty interested in wanting to see it. You've probably already seen Star Trek Discovery, and if you haven't, you're about to, because you should.
Are they go? Did they get approved for season 4?
For Discovery, yeah.
Okay.
As it is right now, I've lent 5 people my CBS All Access.
What? We watched them in the same room together.
No. In all fairness, they watched the first episode, and then they don't have it anymore. I let them watch that, and then I changed the browser password. And you know what they did? They now have CBS All Access. They watched all of Discovery, and like Mike watched all of Discovery in a day. And that's what it is.
There's a lot of production quality, like
there is
the snippets that I've seen. I'm just like,
they put a significant amount of effort into these Star Trek episodes that they're putting on CBS All Access.
44 minutes. Did they have a standard, or was it always like different?
It was roughly 44
minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah, there were some. I think the last 2 episodes of like season 3 were like hour.
Yeah. So it's an exceptional series, Star Trek Discovery, and the film quality and the writing quality really just correlated, and it's just moved right into Picard. Now, Picard does follow right after the events of Star Trek Nemesis, which pissed a lot of people off. But the way they involve Nemesis into Picard, I think, is it's very
orchestrated.
Yeah, it's a well orchestrated ending to a movie that not very many people were happy with. So I think they're taking this in a good direction. So if you guys weren't happy with Nemesis and you really wanted to see more from that, and you were devastated by the things that happened in Nemesis, this might help you get a little more closure, which is really awesome. So I do suggest picking up CBS All Access, even if it's just for a month. Go watch all of Star Trek Discovery. Pick up, watch Star Trek Picard, because it's really excellent. Mm-hmm. It's fantastic.
And side note, it's like Patrick Stewart, the actor for Picard, was very adamant that his number 1 would be a pit bull, because he is a advocate for the breed that they're getting a bad rap. I was like, oh, that's pretty dang cool, because like he lives in England, and in England right now you can't get a pit bull because of the laws that ban it. So he was adamant.
Yep. Any of the aggressive breeds in the UK are allowed. Aggressive breeds, yeah. So just like any freaking dog in the world, they're aggressive if you don't train them right.
All Chihuahuas should be banned.
All children should be banned. Like every damn thing in the world it can be aggressive if you don't train it right. Mm-hmm. Actually, you know what? I saw a meme earlier. It was meme based.
What's the difference between a dog and a child?
Huh.
That type of meme?
No.
Okay. Oh, and then another side note is like the real world here, with our meat sacks and stuff. They actually released in conjunction with Star Trek Picard.
I'll find it later.
Was it Chateau Picard?
Yes.
A red wine,
yeah.
Which I did not know until like very recently, and I was like, "Hey, did you know that they released?"
Yeah, I'm excited for that. So we tried to get a hold of our friend over at Total Wine and Liquors. He says he's going to try to get some ordered for us. So hopefully we'll be getting to try that very soon. Because I want to.
Yeah, I didn't even know that it was a thing. I was like, hey, do you know about this? I did not. I was like...
When I knew they had Klingon... I knew they had a Star Trek series of wines. Like they had a Klingon blood wine. Mm-hmm. But I didn't know they had this one. And I'm like, yes. Give it to me.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Blood wine makes sense.
Yeah. Liz says, yeah, they did they did Data dirty in Nemesis. Oh, totally. So, Liz, if you're not happy with, the Data scenario in Nemesis, it's
spoiled. It's been out for a while.
Then I know, but I don't want, like, if people have forgotten, I think it's cool to watch this and kind of be like...
And it's like, oh yeah, that did happen.
Yeah, it's not so much I don't want to blow it for those, because I'm sure they've seen it. It's that I kind of want them to watch it and be like...
And then self-realize.
Yeah.
So, oh yeah, that did happen.
Yep. Yeah, so you should go pick it up. I know you say you want it on your Amazon list, but just get it. it's worth the few dollars, and then you can just watch all of Star Trek, and it's so good. And you can watch Picard right now. You know, if you want to wait to do Discovery, which you shouldn't, but you want to and you need to watch Picard still. Yeah. So Liz says they were already sold out of the wine, and she was bummed. Yeah, which is bound to happen. It's just the nature of...
We have connections.
We do! So hopefully those connections really work out for us, because man, do I want it. I want it, man.
Twin Peaks.
Yeah. So there's a lot of good stuff on CBS All Access.
Twilight Zone.
Yeah, the newest Twilight Zone's on there, which is really good. You have access to, like the old Twilight Zone. You have access to Frasier. I think Legend of Korra is on there.
If you don't already own it.
Yeah, I mean, I own it. But all of the Star Treks are on there, so you guys want to watch
Hawaii
that.
Five-0.
Yep. The Good Fight, which I heard is really good. Young Sheldon.
Skip that one.
Yeah, so there's all kinds of excellent things that are on it. So...
I Love Lucy.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. But it's worth picking up. There's a lot of good material on there, even if you're just watching it for a few, kind of like when you pick up HBO for a bit. Just do it. It's worth your time. So, yeah. Anyways, last bit of stuff. Warcraft 3. Reforged.
Has not been doing so well in the news. So the first opening days, Metacritic, it has received a player score from Metacritic of 0.5 out of 10. Out of 10, not even a single point. And I mean, it's clawed its way back up to like 60 points out of 10.
Yeah, it's
like 6 points out of 10. It's like, that is really bad, and that's a weird misstep for like Blizzard, considering like their track record of releasing.
And they basically
really
did the same
content.
thing they did with the movie.
Yeah. It was just like, throw it out of the world. And I don't care if it's ready. I think they were trying to get it in the last quarter.
Trying to make a little bit of money.
Yeah.
Which is, like, it's a dumb move.
It's a dumb move because now it's just like, it's getting trashed. And it's like, oh, even though Blizzard had said that we're going to fix all these issues in future patches, if you had held off, just like in Battlefront 2, if they had held off and been like, here's this game now. And if it was a good Star Wars game, word of mouth and like people on YouTube that you see or Twitch, and it's like, this game's really good, and then those people would buy it. But now like they release this game and it just slews of technical issues and to some people's opinion subpar graphics, which is like, if it's a not a remaster, but what?
Remaster.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
So it's just all that negative buzz.
And quite honestly,
is
games like that, and EA, I hope, has learned, is that microtransactions ruin it for everyone else who isn't willing to pay, hundreds of dollars to get better gear. Not just skins, better gear. Douchebags. So, yeah.
Yeah. And then, as of February 3rd, Blizzard announced that they'd be offering refunds upon request, regardless of playtime. So if you played it for 15 minutes and hated it, or you played it for, 20 hours, they would refund you, because, I don't know, I'm getting sick of, companies releasing games that are partials, and then it's like, we'll fix it with patches.
We'll fix
like
it in
Fallout
post.
76, they're finally adding NPCs to it. It's like it is, and people.
Everyone knows
and stuff.
Everyone knows and remembers the NPCs from Fallout.
Yeah,
they're a story and character that people are involved with. Why would you remove that?
It's like, make your own with everyone else in the world. Oh, we're just all dicks to each other.
Yeah.
Awesome. Good story, guys.
I don't know. It's almost like they've never played real, online MMOs where they realize, oh, this is great. I'll try to team up. This isn't working. I'm trying to find a new team. Well, this isn't working. I'm going to try to find a new team. Wait, everyone just sucks. I'm not having fun anymore.
And we finally find out that Bethesda is really crappy at making first-person shooters because they relied heavily on VATS. Did you use VATS a lot in like any of the Fallout games?
No.
Like I used it all the time because like to slow down time and like pick parts and to shoot off. They're really bad. Like if the first person, like Destiny.
I was
like,
gonna say I should have, but I never did.
No, but like Destiny, like playing that game was like performing a headshot. Overwatch, nailing a headshot, satisfying. Like here, you're just like, oh, I missed him with bats. And just like,
yeah, no, you don't do
bad.
headshots in Fallout 4.
It's like whatever's exposed.
Yeah, I shoot you until you die. And more often than not, I run out of lasers.
Like, it's like Fallout has just been plagued with bad stuff.
Yeah, I've killed a death claw so many times by just beating it to death and running it away. And running away, not running it away.
Yeah, it's a bad misstep for Blizzard. It was bad for Bethesda to release that. Yeah. But Doom said like, "Fuck you, Bethesda." It's like we're not gonna have any microtransactions. Doom Eternal.
Yeah. Yep. So I don't know. It's an internal battle with them.
And then we still haven't got to a point of like, say you buy the game digitally. The law hasn't caught up where it's like, do you own that game now? Or is it just, do you own the rights to play that game?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, there's going to be a court case eventually where it's going to rule one way or the other.
What I think should happen is you can buy, a little disc thing, kind of like with, I mean, they have 4 terabyte discs. So you go pick one of these little goofy things up and you buy this. And you get your digital versions loaded onto it. Not the whole game, mind you. You still have to download it. Mm-hmm. But it's on there. And you fucking own it. So you may still have to find where it is sometimes, which sucks. But at least you know that is your copy. And as long as you can download it or get it from somewhere, it's yours.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how it should be with a lot of stuff. I mean, the fact that, like, we talked about this a while ago, that woman who went on to her iTunes and found out, like, some 15% of her library was missing.
Because iTunes or Apple didn't want to pay for the licensing.
Yeah, so they lost the licensing for it. It's like, shit. And it's not the only one. Google does this.
PlayStation,
Microsoft, yeah,
Nintendo.
All of them do this crap.
Because there's no precedence to define ownership of digital media.
Mm-hmm.
It's only like, oh, you have the right to listen to it or play it or.
Yep. So it's
not to
chaos. It's chaos.
Yeah, and
or chaos.
It kind of sucks because we don't have any politicians or lawmakers pushing that forward. Because, to be honest, they're fucking old.
Yeah.
And like they could give 2 shits about like digital media.
Yeah.
So,
term limits. We need them.
If we had younger people, they would be more inclined to care about streaming services.
Yeah. I saw a
data
post
caps
earlier
on downloads
that someone had thing, and I never really thought about it. That it's like no one over the age of like 65 should be able to run for office, and I'm like,
because all their opinions are irrelevant.
I was like, yeah, I mean, you're so old ass based mindset that it seems like it'd be difficult for you to function in a new world.
Yeah, because you'd be like, all right, I'm in the library. Where's the Dewey Decimal System?
Yeah, and it's not to say that there aren't people who aren't. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but
there are very intelligent, well-involved, 65-plus old people. But they still can be
They're not by themselves, though. They have, like, a team.
Yeah, and not to mention, you also end up in the scenario where, like, they giggle at racist shit, or they say racist stuff, or anti-Semitic, or anti-feminist stuff.
Oh, that's just
or president, and they think it's okay. Rush Limbaugh. Fuck Rush Limbaugh. Fuck you. Terrible fucking human. Anyways, Medal of Freedom, my ass. Your government doesn't care about you. We say it every time. Anyways, yeah. So, 65. Yeah, I think it would be good stuff.
And then, like, term limits on senators and House reps.
Mm-hmm.
Because there are some people that have been in there longer than we've been alive.
Oh, yeah.
And then I was just like, what the fuck?
What is going on? Why are these people here? Get them out!
They make shitty decisions and they run unopposed in their counties or states, and they're just like, how? We let it happen.
Yeah. So you know what? When the time comes, vote, people.
Midterms.
It really matters on those midterms because we can get the people in office that can really make a goddamn difference. Because you know what? Your presidential vote doesn't matter. Stop bitching about it. Anything you say is irrelevant when it comes to the president, outside of just saying, I don't like him. But if you're not voting in the midterms, or you're not voting for the politicians who can go in and try to, counter this crap, you're not really doing your part.
You're trying to change things from the top.
Yeah.
When you should be changing things like closest to you, because that actually affects like the mayor and his constituents. If they don't fucking like him, guess what? They might elect a dog, which that had happened.
It has happened. Yep. So, anyways, all right, moving forward, we got the craft brew
in review.
So we have been drinking from Bristol Brewing Company, the barrel-aged Warlock, which makes it sound like they might have rebranded it as the wireless Warlock.
I have yet to see anything on the internet about it.
So it's almost like maybe we got the pre-release bottle.
There's nothing on it. It's just like...
Yeah, it's so blank. But then you find, and you look up barrel-aged chocolate stout like this, and you get the wireless Warlock. So I think they rebranded it.
Because it may have been confusing.
Mm-hmm.
Because it doesn't even say anything. It just says...
Yeah. So, this one is weird for me. Anyone who's listened to this show for any amount of time knows I don't like barrel-aged. It's so rare for me to find barrel-aged anything that tastes any good. Something, the way it adds flavor to the beer, it makes it taste like doo-doo. But this is delicious. But it has chocolatey, fruity notes.
I wish I had known what they barrel-aged. Probably in a whiskey barrel.
Yeah, that's kind of the standard. It's a whiskey barrel, and then either they char it or they use different smoking methods in it. And they're not going to totally let us know everything. We just got to wing it.
But I've had like a blonde ale that was barrel-aged in a wine barrel. And that was delicious.
That's one of the worst beers I've ever had. The old crustacean barley wine style from Rogue.
That was not... Rogue is hit or miss. They're better now, but...
I keep that bottle
just to
because it was possibly one of the worst beers I've had in my life.
You can ask my sister. When we went to Michigan, we went to ABC, which is an awesome name for a beer company. It's like Ann Arbor Brewing Company. Mm-hmm. I was like, this is amazing. I bought like a case of this barrel-aged beer.
Nice.
And I was just like, I'll be back.
Yep.
And I did go back. I was just like...
I don't need more, it is.
From Illinois, all the way to...
Yeah, just load your chug, right? So, yeah. But, like I said, it's aromatic, chocolatey. It's a well-rounded flavor. You don't like you get kind of that malty musk from a barrel-aged, but... You have overall that flavor, that experience, and then it doesn't just, give you like what seems to be an STD of the mouth and the flavor doesn't go away. No, you get this, and then it's like a clean, refreshing, crisp end to the taste. And that's what I like about these kind of beers.
Right.
I don't like a lot of lengthy flavors afterwards. I want to have this, and it's like sushi, You have the ginger in between to kind of clean your palate. And I kind of like that with beers when it's like a light, refreshing, crisp beer. We take your drink, and it almost cleanses itself once you're done.
Right.
And then each flavor is almost a new experience. And that's really what I strive for in good beers. That's why I like Gold Camp so much, because almost their beers like that. Every sip tastes just as great the next time. It's not you slowly become diminishing returns. Yeah. So I like this one. It's really good. They did that well. There's not those diminishing returns we're talking about. It's well-rounded, delicious, fantastic, 4.5.
I wish there was a better description for it.
You know what? I think we give it fine descriptions.
It's Winter Warlock, but barrel-aged.
I like this better than the regular Winter Warlock.
Oh, because you said before we started filming, you're just like, I'm dreading this.
Well, it's because it's barrel-aged.
Yeah.
Specifically. So...
Yeah, look
I
at
mean,
him.
it almost looks like they put him in a wheelchair because it was going to be so
old.
bad.
He's older.
He's old. He's an old man.
He's older.
So, yeah. So, 4.5. I think this is a most delicious beer. Gotta take the photos. Photo. Ooh. Portrait. Flip that. Flip the script.
Nope. The other way.
That's beer. There we go. So, yeah. So, we're going to post those on Untappd. Yeah, Untappd. UNTAPPD. That's where you can score your beers and share your thoughts with others.
Nice.
Yeah. Sorry, Rick moment. And, yeah, so make sure you follow us on there at SOIK Radio. JP's on there.
J Pizzletron.
And Shell's on there. Shell Shock Cosplay. So, yeah. Do that damn thing.
I do as the beer commands.
I do the beer. Well, I don't do that. That would be dirty. I don't dick the beer. I swears it.
Yeast infection.
Ew. Anyways, guys, that's it for our show. Don't forget, we put out new episodes Thursdays at 9:30 Mountain Standard Time right here on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube at SOYK Radio.
And when you see us roll through your feeds, finger box that subscribe button, smash them likes, and become one of our Sly Knights.
Yeah. So, like, is not responsible for anything ever.
Produced by Slick Solutions somewhere in Colorado.
And Slick... Hold on. I'm going to turn this down a bit.
You can't hear us!
There we go. Sorry, I reloaded my computer so some of the settings got weird. And Slick Radio's completely weightless!
Like your opinion.
Just kidding.
We care.
But your government doesn't.
Don't you forget it.
So, we love you guys. Have an absolutely fantastic week. We're glad you joined us in this brand new year. We'll see you next week. Here.
Bye.
On SOYK Radio.
We saw a meteor break through the sky!
Meteors!